Well, hey everybody. Oh, I'm going to unplug my fan here because I think it's going to be too much. I think you're going to hear it, so I'm going to unplug that really quick. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside and wanted to welcome you to Correspondences for the 20th day of July 2021. Now it's a Tuesday. Mars governs magic today, so passion, manifestation, creativity, self-assertion, reducing conflict. Now, I was really bothered by something I saw yesterday, and as a mother, of boys, it just really freaked me out. I saw a report of a 24-year-old boy who's going to need a double lung transplant from COVID. I believe it said that the family wasn't necessarily, pro COVID, pro vaccination. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so now he's having to cope with this, and mom's real upset, and I mean, this is just an awful thing, right? Because we don't know what we don't know, and it's going to take time for us to really totally understand what this virus is. So that really upset me, and I haven't been able to get that out of my head. So when I did the rune divination today for the forecast, let's see, I had Gebo, Alyes, and Vunyo. I'll show you. There's Gebo. There's Alyes. And here's Vunyo. And so we know that Gebo is balanced energy exchange with others. Alyes is the elk, or protection, or drawing spirit into our interactions with others. It's the bridge to higher consciousness. It's one of those kind of runes. We've got several. Iwas is also one of them. Sawillo, I think you could consider as well. Vunyo is the one for fellowship and joy. But you can see Kenaz is turned inward here. It looks like that. And here you have Kenaz extending itself out in all directions. So the light of spirit invoked into everything we do. But basically, I'm what I'm calling this is it's helping us to align it with others in shared purpose in an effort to protect and heal. And because of what we're seeing with this Delta variant, it's much worse. The way it's more contagious. You can get it so much easier apparently than you could just the regular COVID virus before it started mutating all over the place. Which I guess we really ought to expect that, but whatever. I'm so disgusted with all of this, in case you can't tell. I believe it. I mean, we got vaccinated, we've worn masks, we've done what the CDC wants us to do. We've cooperated, and we're still dealing with this crap. So all because there are people out there that want to see this differently. Well, cut it out. There's no other way to see it. I'm sorry. There just isn't. And if we're going to get through this, I mean, here we are. We're in the summer, and we're still dealing with this. This is ridiculous. All because somebody doesn't want to wear a mask or doesn't want to go get vaccinated. You don't want to get a vaccination, then you wear a mask all the time. When you're around other people, just wear a mask. It's simple. But no, right? But no. So let's talk a little bit about this rune divination and what this means. Because I think it has to do with the Delta variant and our need to stay protected a little while longer. We're to live in balance with each other, and I know that that's difficult. Gebo is signaling it, but I get it. It's hard to do that, but we have to, right? Especially now. Its energy both illumines our awareness and unifies us together in common purpose, or at least is signaling that we need to do that. Alyes protects and draws spirit or higher self into our experiences with others and interactions with others, while Vunyo focuses that energy into fellowship and joy. Now, if this is surrounding, indeed, the pandemic, it may be that the runes are once again focusing us in the direction we all need to be going. Yes. This is not an us versus them experience any more than it's one of personal sovereignty. Too many are struggling with this truth when the way forward is clear. How can anyone believe that the death of someone to this virus is acceptable? And yet the runes remind us today that we're still struggling with that question. This is a no-brainer, folks. So whatever, we can do magically here today, given the Mars energy, I don't know. Maybe we need to do that. Now this is going to be a little more, this is less a self-empowerment ritual and more focused on the collective, really. Let's see. The idea that, we can use dragon's blood, that's good on Tuesdays in the cauldron or in stick or cone form, will set the tone for this, but clearly the working will be somewhat more directional or pushy. I don't like to get that way, but for heaven's sakes, there's a 24-year-old guy that has to have a freaking dual lung transplant. So maybe it's time we did, maybe it's time we did something and said no more, right? And use this energy today to do that. This is just so irritating. So anyhow, we want to get people to wake up and understand what's at stake. If you have some lodestone, this might be the time to bring that out to get people to ground themselves in the truth. Otherwise, any of the other crystals mentioned in the post here will be useful, especially amethyst. Throw a pinch of basil and wormwood on the burning coal, along with dragon's blood for courage. Place a garlic clove on the altar to invoke Hecate's assistance if you like. I work with Hecate. She doesn't take prisoners, okay? I mean, if the whole notion of a witch doesn't suffer fools gladly, that's Hecate. Well, that's any goddess, really. But I mean, Hecate in particular, she's just like, oh, you've got to be kidding me, right? I mean, she's probably standing there going, okay, can we get on with this now? Because we have some work to do to shake people up and wake them up to the truth, right? So anyway, if you use her, don't forget to thank her at the end of the ritual. You always want to do that if you invoke anything, anyone into any deity, any demon, any whatever astral energy that you want to work with for whatever reason. You always have to remember to do the license to depart when you're done with the ritual before you close out. Thank them, send them on their way back to whatever they're doing. Some like an offering, so be aware of what that is and be sure to offer that. And just have it. In other words, you just place it on the altar and then they'll take whatever they want to. Let's see. Do that and then speak whatever words you like as far as a chant goes to focus your intent on what you're doing, or you can just focus silently your intention. You can whisper it. You don't have to say it out loud for everybody to hear you, because usually you're working in a space where no one is anyway. But you just want to focus your intention on this potential outcome and see it actually do what you want it to do. So see the working as complete and as successful. Okay, you want to make sure you always do that as well. So that's all I'm suggesting today. And again, whatever healing you can cast to the 24-year-old needing the double lung transplant, please do so. This is a horrible thing these folks are going through, and I feel so badly for them. No matter how they got that way, if these were in fact anti-vax people or anti-COVID, I don't believe any of this stuff. It's a government thing, whatever they think it is. Well, that's unfortunate. But right now he's hurting and he needs our help. So anyhow, get people to understand what's at stake in your working. And yeah, I know it's a little more pushy than what I typically like to do, but he's 24, people. He's 24. We can't let, and my husband said to me last night as we were in bed, he goes, Sturgis is about to happen. We ride Harleys. We don't go to Sturgis, and we certainly wouldn't go to last year or this year. How dumb. Super spreader event, right? Why would you do that? Why is it always about just what I want to do and everybody else be damned? What is that? What is that? That's nuts. That's nuts. So get involved. It's a Mars day. Just blame it on me, blame it on Mars, whatever. And just get something done. So anyhow, thanks for watching. We'll talk tomorrow when Mercury is governing magic, and maybe we can just get chatty. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll talk tomorrow. Be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.